The movie begins with a scene of Tinja, a 12-year-old girl who is a gymnast who is training in the living room. Tinja's spine stands out, showing how hard she worked to become a gymnast. In the middle of her practice, suddenly, a middle-aged woman who is her mother, named Sophia, came to record Tinja's activities and teased her, so she stopped her practice. Sophia shows how harmonious her family is with her husband and their 2 children, Tinja and her brother. At the end of the live streaming footage, Tinja's family can be seen sitting together on a sofa and greeting all their online fans before Sophia ends her vlog broadcast. She then gave messages and prayers to all her viewers to have a happy family like her family. Suddenly, something hit the window of the house in the middle of the vlog. Tinja then approached the window and saw a feather sticking to the window pane. An increasingly curious Tinja tried to open the window curtains, and a black crow startled by the house window flew into the room. The crow, which panicked because it couldn't find a way out, flew out of control, breaking flower vases and table displays. Everyone panicked. Tinja's father tried to catch the bird but failed, so he fell to the floor. An increasingly out-of-control crow crashed into the chandelier and fell onto the family table. The glass table where Sophia put the vlogging equipment was broken. However, after a while, Tinja finally caught the crow. Then, she gave the crow wrapped in a pink cloth to her mother. Sophia, angry with the crow's behavior, killed the bird by twisting its head. Seeing what her mother did, Tinja was shocked. Without guilt, Sophia handed the dead crow to Tinja and ordered her to throw it away. Tinja looked confused by what her mother had done. When Tinja threw the dead crow into the trash near the house, she felt sorry and sad. Actually, she wants a pet, but she couldn't do much and went back into the house, leaving the crow in the trash. At the end of the scene, it is seen that the crow's wings move as if they are still alive. In the next scene, Tinja is near the fence while seeing a girl her age named Rita playing with her pet dog in the yard. Seeing Tinja watching her and wanting a pet, Rita finally allowed Jer to touch her dog through the hole in the fence. Unfortunately, Rita's dog growled and bit Tinja's hand. Rita was surprised, explaining that her dog had never bitten anyone before. Moving on to the next scene. In her room, Sophia showed her vlog to her daughter. They smile happily seeing their family's happiness in the video. In Tinja's bedroom, just as she was getting ready for bed, a voice came from the trash can in the backyard. Tinja finally got up and checked towards the source of the sound. When she opened the trash can, she was surprised that the crow carcass she had thrown away was not there. However, she still heard the crow's voice from within the forest. Without hesitation, Tinja finally entered the forest and looked for the source of the crow's voice. After a while, she finally found the crow trying to crawl on the ground, still alive and dying. Seeing the crow's condition, Tinja felt pity and decided to kill the crow. She then took a stone and hit it several times on the head. However, her few punches did not kill the crow. Finally, Tinja hit it with all her might repeatedly until the crow died. Then, Tinja realized that there were eggs around the crow. Apparently, the crow was trying to return to the nest to incubate the eggs. Tinja then brought the egg back to the house, put it on the bed, and covered it to incubate the egg. On the next day, Tinja returned home after gymnastics practice. Tinja, who had just entered the house, was surprised to see her mother making out with a man known to be a repairman who had repaired her house. Both were shocked by Tinja's arrival. Then the man took all his equipment and left the house. Meanwhile, Sophia looks nervous and tries to stay calm in front of Tinja. At night, Sophia met Tinja in her room. She gave her a gymnastics clothes as a gift and asked her daughter not to tell anyone what she had seen. Sophia explained that the two of them were good friends. Although Tinja didn't believe her mother's words, she finally agreed to her request. After Sophia's departure, Tinja's initially sweet and smiling expression looked sad and disappointed with her mother. The following day, when Tinja checked the crow eggs she had brought from the forest, she was surprised because the eggs had grown in size. In addition, she also heard the sound of a heartbeat from inside the egg. Tinja wants the egg to hatch, then puts the egg into the doll she has punched holes to make it warmer. In the next scene, Sophia accompanies her daughter in gymnastics. Although Tinja's landing was not perfect in gymnastics, Sophia encouraged her daughter to become a representative in gymnastics championships. Then, Tinja looks happy after discovering that Rita, her neighbor, practices gymnastics at the same place. They both greeted each other. In practice, it was seen that Rita was able to land perfectly. Seeing this, Sophia did not accept that her child had not been able to master the perfect landing technique. After the practice, Sophia asked her daughter to continue practicing until she mastered the technique, even though it was seen that Tinja's hand was starting to hurt due to overtraining. Finally, on the last try, Tinja was able to master the technique. When Tinja touched the growing egg at night, it lit up as if the egg understood the pain in Tinja's palm from gymnastics. Moving on to the next scene, in Sophia's bedroom, her mother is chatting with Tinja. Sophia told her that she had fallen in love with the man Tinja had seen before. According to her, she would be happier if she lived with him. Hearing her mother's confession, Tinja felt sad and disappointed. When the night was getting late, Tinja cried while hugging the egg, which was now getting bigger. Tinja's tears dripped and were then absorbed by the eggshell. Suddenly the egg looks hatched. The startled Tinja crawled back. Seeing hands visible inside the egg, Tinja was scared and hid in her wardrobe. From the gap in the cupboard, she could see that a strange, beaked creature had hatched above her bed. Tinja moved away from the gap in the cupboard, gasping for air, and tried to muster up the courage to look at the creature again. When she tried to look back from the gap in the cupboard, she didn't see the creature. However, suddenly an eye appeared in the cupboard's gap, making Tinja gasp. After the strange creature escaped by breaking through the bedroom window, Tinja came out of the closet. The following day, Tinja, who was helped by her father, cleaned the broken glass in her room last night. Her surprised father then asked what bird caused the window glass to break. Tinja didn't want to tell anyone the truth. She only replied that the bird that caused the window glass to break was very large. At night, Tinja, who was sleeping, was startled by a sound coming from outside her window, which was now only covered with cardboard. Tinja got out of bed and approached the window. When she opened a little gap in the window, the creature from the egg suddenly entered her room. Tinja fell and backed away. The creature continued to approach and seemed to be asking Tinja for help to release the broken glass stuck in its hand. Finally, she let go of the broken glass. After Tinja sensed that the creature was harmless, she gently stroked the creature. Tinja then gave her the name Ali. The scene continues when Tinja bathes Ali in the bathtub. Tinja looks happy that she finally has a pet. When she was going to bed, she sang a lullaby to Ali, who was curled up under the bed. However, the sound of the neighbor's dog made Tinja unable to sleep. Ali, knowing this, went outside, looked for the dog, and killed it. When Tinja wakes up, she sees Ali above her. Another thing that surprised her was that her neighbor's dead dog was beside her. Seeing the dog's condition, Tinja vomited. Very strangely, Ali actually ate her vomit. Not wanting to get into trouble, Tinja buried the dog's carcass behind the house. Without Tinja knowing, her brother saw her actions from the window. At noon, Tinja goes to the store to buy bird food for Ali. Then, she was surprised after Rita and her friends came to say hello. Turns out, they were looking for Rita's missing dog. When Rita and Tinja came home together, Rita asked Tinja to distribute flyers that announced her missing dog. After arriving home, Tinja was then greeted by her mother, who gave her a gift. Tinja was very happy with the gift. However, her brother felt jealous and angry because he did not get a gift like his sister. Her angry brother then went outside. When he returned to the house, he took the dog's carcass that Tinja had buried and placed it on the table. Everyone in the room was shocked. Then Tinja's brother wanted his sister punished for killing the neighbor's dog. However, their parents did not believe what Tinja's brother said. Her angry brother then pushed Tinja to the ground, which made Tinja angry with her brother. Tinja's brother goes to Tinja's room to find out what his sister is hiding. He looked under his sister's bed. He got shocked by what he saw. At the same time, Tinja couldn't control her body, and her parents panicked. Meanwhile, her brother was terrified to see the creature under her bed. Luckily, Tinja was awakened before the creature hurt her brother. At night, while Tinja was practicing in her room, she heard Ali was starving. She then tried to give the bird food she had bought. Ali refuses, so Tinja shows her how to eat it. Tinja vomited the food, and Ali instead ate Tinja's vomit. Then, Tinja stroked Ali's head and saw that Ali's head had human hair. A few days later, Ali's hair fell out. While wearing Tinja's clothes, Ali left Tinja's room and went to her mother's room. Sophia woke up and was shocked that she had mucus on her hands and thighs. She thinks there is a bad person in the house, so she leaves the room with a kitchen knife. When she walked into the living room, suddenly, from behind, Tinja's brother hugged his mother. In the next scene, Tinja dresses up Ali, who looks more like a human. During the day, Tinja was training with Rita. Sophia was also seen there. After the training was over, Sophia asked her to train harder so she could keep up with Rita's agility. Hearing her mother's words, Tinja felt depressed and began to hate Rita, and when they go home, Tinja looks at Rita full of hatred. As Rita walked home alone on a deserted street, a mysterious figure followed her from behind. Then, the mysterious figure attacked her. Rita shouted. At the same time, in the car, Tinja screamed, which shocked her mother, and she tried to calm Tinja down. Seeing Tinja feeling pressured by her practice, Sophia took Tinja on vacation to visit her boyfriend, named John. Tinja is disappointed to hear that, but Sophia doesn't care about it. After arriving home, Tinja immediately ran to the room and looked for Ali. However, she only found Ali's beak that had been detached. The next day, Tinja and Sophia went to John's house. Tinja was surprised when she arrived at the intended house because it turned out that the house was not as big as her father's home. However, Sophia seemed to really admire the house. Tinja was surprised and confused to see her mother. Then, she was invited to go to a room. It turned out that the room was the baby's room, and her mother's son was with John. Tinja was shocked. At night, Tinja could not sleep because she heard the sound of her mother having intercourse with her boyfriend. Suddenly, Ali appears in the room, and they both sleep together. The following day, when Tinja, Sophia, and John were having breakfast, Sophia got a call if Rita had an accident. Tinja went straight to the hospital to see her friend. Arriving at Rita's room, Tinja saw that her friend's condition was full of serious injuries. Rita screamed and made Tinja run back to the house. When she got to John's house, Tinja went to her room and cried with anger. Tinja, who could not hurt Ali, then slapped herself repeatedly, and Ali hugged her. A few hours later, when Tinja woke up, she saw that Ali's face resembled hers more and more. Moving on to the next scene, Tinja practices before the match. However, she repeatedly made mistakes that her mother scolded her. Seeing her mother, who was angry with her but gentle with her stepbrother, made Tinja very upset. When Tinja realized that Ali felt her anger, she asked her mother to bring her brother, but Sophia refused. Tinja was worried about her brother's safety. During the match, Sophia broadcasts and perpetuates the harmony of her family. Meanwhile, Tinja keeps trying to prevent Ali from doing bad things with her mind. When it was time for Tinja to show off her skills, she could not focus until she fell down. In her shadow, Ali had held the axe and approached her brother. Fortunately, Tinja was able to thwart Ali's actions after she fell. At the same time, John came and saw Ali, who looked like Tinja, running towards the window. He thinks that Tinja is trying to hurt his son. After Tinja and her mother returned, John was furious and told her that Tinja was trying to hurt his son. Sophia was confused by what her boyfriend said because Tinja was at the match location with her. Tinja finally waited for her mother in the car while Sophia is arguing with her boyfriend. However, when she returns to the car at night, Sophia is angry that she broke up with John. Finally, Tinja and her mother returned home. At home, Tinja does not allow Ali into her room and pushes Ali to the ground. Then Tinja took a shower and cried in the bathtub while at the same time, Ali sneaked into Tinja's wardrobe. Not knowing that what she saw was not Tinja, Sophia was surprised when she saw her daughter in the wardrobe and asked her to come out. Seeing her daughter's messy hair, she then combed her hair. Later, Sophia was shocked because her daughter's hair fell out. Then, Ali tried to hug and stuck her nails into Sophia's back, which made her scream, and Tinja came to save her mother. Sophia was shocked when she discovered the figure was not her daughter. When Ali was about to attack Sophia again, Tinja stopped her and Ali left. Then, Tinja explains if the figure was born from a crow's egg her mother killed, and all the evil actions that Ali did were a form of Tinja's anger. Hearing Tinja's explanation, Sophia hugged and apologized to Tinja. In the next scene, Sophia invites Tinja to kill Ali. Tinja didn't have the heart to do that to Ali. When her mother was in Tinja's room, suddenly Ali hugged Sophia from behind so that the knife that she was carrying fell. After wrestling for a while, Sophia could grab the knife back and plunge it into Ali's thigh. At the same time, Tinja could feel the pain in her thigh from the knife stab. When Ali was helpless, and her mother was about to kill Ali, Tinja asked her mother to undo it. However, her stubborn mother didn't listen and tried to stab her knife at Ali. Unfortunately, Tinja suddenly came in front of her mother, so she was stabbed with a knife in the chest. Sophia was shocked and panicked. Hearing a commotion in Tinja's room, her father and brother came in to find out what was happening. They were both shocked to see Tinja, who had collapsed, and Sophia, who was hysterical because she had stabbed Tinja. The film ends with a scene of Tinja collapsing on top of Ali. Then, Ali drank the blood that came from Tinja's mouth, making her turn into a full Tinja figure, as if she had become a substitute for the dead Tinja. The moral message that can be taken from this movie is that as a parent, forcing your will on your child is not a good thing. This can make children depressed and feel unloved by their parents.